Love brand new patterns hot off the press, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Emily from Norton House Quilting and the founder of Quilting Your Legacy. And if you're a quilter, you belong here. Together, we are going to create a lasting quilt and lasting table topper for you to enjoy along with your favorite people. Your legacy deserves to live on. And through your homemade quilted projects with love, it will. Because gifting sewn projects to our favorite people is legendary. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you never miss out on the next video. So again, we are going to review the brand new patterns from Rosa. If you love cats, sewing machines, and fireworks, then this month is for you. Choosing color and playing with color is literally one of my superpowers. It's probably because I'm growing up in a quilt shop. If you get stuck on any colorway, again, go ahead and message me directly. I am more than happy to help. So, for our very first quilt, it is Sugar and Spice. Sugar and Spice is a quilt pattern. It is 56 inches by 67 inches. And all you need is 14 fat quarters. So a really fun fact about this particular quilt is that if you only have, let's just say 10 fat quarters that you just love and they're bright and vibrant and wild, go ahead and choose 4 additional solids or tonal fabrics. Oh, like the fabric behind me from Tulip Pink. You could use maybe 10 of those of your favorite Tulip Pink fabrics and then just adding in 4 of the solid or tonals will just help bring out the prints. And then you'll need 5/8 of a yard cut for the binding. You'll notice that there is no border. It's just the way that you're cutting out the fat quarters. First, you're going to cut the fat quarters into strips. And then after cutting them into strips, you're going to cut them into rectangles. You're going to sew a total of 27 block units, which will make it the 56 inches by 72 inches. But if that's not quite big enough for you, no worries. The way that you're sewing the fat quarters back together again, you could easily make this larger if you wanted to, or you could make it smaller. Next, we have Firecracker. So Firecracker is a table topper. It is 14 inches by 48 inches, so a really great size table topper. But if it's too small, not a big deal. You can cut down on the amount of units that you sew back together again. And the same goes for if you need it a little bit bigger. Again, just go ahead and get a little bit extra yardage. But for this particular pattern, it is 14 inches by 48 inches. You will need a 1/2 of a yard for the novelty fabric, 1/3 of the yard of the red, 1/4 of a yard of the white, and 3/8 of a yard for the binding. And you'll notice the red is what's going on the side and the white fabric is right in the center. You don't have to make it patriotic if you don't want to. How stinking cute if you were to use Halloween fabrics, Valentine's Day fabrics, or even holiday themed fabrics. Any type of fabric will definitely work with this when choosing your main fabric and then 2 coordinating fabrics, whether they're solids or tonals. This is going to make up quick and easy. And next, we have Love Cat. Oh, isn't this so stinking cute? Oh my God. I honestly cannot wait to make this. Okay, so this is 52 inches by 65 inches. I love the colorway that they chose, where it's with like the greens and the pastel colors, and the fabric right here in my little cube unit. I am going to use that Riley Blake fabric to make my really sweet kitty cats. I am so excited. So you are going to need 15 fat quarters, 2/3 of a yard for the background fabric, and 1/2 of a yard for the binding. So technically, all you need is 10 fat quarters to make the kitty cat, and then 5 fat quarters, which will be your sashing and what's going to go around the cat. So again, you really only need 10 fat quarters for the faces, and then 5 fat quarters, which will be the sashing to go around the faces. This is going to be so much fun to make up. And then we have Rainbow Road. So Rainbow Road, I literally just posted a Instagram post on because I am so excited. So this particular pattern is 60 inches by 70 inches. So it is a really great size quilt. I have already chosen to use ombre fabrics. I think the pattern they're using Bally's, which is another really, really great idea. Although you could use solid or tonal fabrics as well. Not to mention, this would be a really great stash buster. I never probably would have thought of this quilt in my head, but I am so glad that somebody else did. You're going to need 2.5 yards of the background fabric. Now on the pattern, they are using black. I'm going to be using a white solid, and then you're going to need 3/8 of a yard cut of 7 different fabrics. So this is where choosing 7 different fabrics of like ombre or Bally's or whatever color that you wish. You will need 3/8 of a yard cut of the 7 different fabrics. To make this quilt, you will literally be making half square triangles over and over again. So when I'm making the half square triangles, I'm going to do the 8 at a time method. So that way it goes together a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. The next pattern I have is Dotty Machines, a customized quilt. So you could make a wall hanging, a table topper, a quilt, anything that you wish. You're basically going to be making the sewing machine block and then just choosing how many times you would like to have the sewing machine in your quilted project. So for instance, you could use scrap fabric, you could use 1/8 of a yard, you could use fat quarters, but again, they are calling for fat 8. So to make the mini size, it is 26 inches by 26 inches. It is a 2x2 of the sewing machines, and you will need 4 fat 8s and 1/2 of a yard for the background fabric. Or if you wanted to make a baby size sewing machine quilt, it would be 38 inches by 38 inches. So 3x3 sewing machine block. You're going to need 9 fat 8s of a yard fabrics and a yard for the background. Or if you wanted to make a lap size, it would be 50 by 50 inches. It would be a 4x4, and you would need 16 fat 8s and then a yard and a half for the background. So again, this is very customized. It does list out the 4 different ways. So mini, baby, throw, and lap size. And again, you could even just use scrap fabric. This is going to be so much fun to make up, and maybe we should make this up together. And again, we could just all have it on our sewing machine doors. And then last but certainly not least is Optical Illusion. It is a quilt pattern. It's 46 inches by 52 inches. Not large enough, not a big deal. Just go ahead and make the border a little bit larger. You're going to need 1 yard of 3 different fabrics. So this is a really great 1 yard quilt project. And you're going to be making half square triangles to make this really fun optical illusion design. Plus, this could be really fun for a teenager or for somebody who's going off to college, because again, the way that you look at this quilt, you get like a little bit of like a different illusion or optical illusion, if you will, which is what makes this quilt really, really fun. It could be really fun also to use ombre fabric. It might completely change the design and it might not make it look like an optical illusion, but still super, super fun. So this is a brand new patterns from Villa Rosa. I hope you loved this video. Make sure you click that subscribe button and join us on Facebook for the free Facebook group, which is Quilting Your Legacy Monthly Challenge. Choose any of these projects or even any projects that you wish, as long as it fits within like the theme of the monthly challenge. Entered into winning a $30 gift certificate to Norton House Quilting. Thank you again for watching, and I will see everybody very, very soon. Happy quilting your legacy.